All right, man, peace. So, legendary boxing promoter Bob Arum, he recently made an appearance on ESPN to promote some of his fighters, particularly Lomachenko, and he also spoke on other topics in the world of boxing. So, let's see what Bob has to say.
Tonight, we welcome in friend of the show, founder and CEO of Top Rank, Bob Arum joins us. Bob, good morning.
Good morning, Molly.
Bob looked like he just had some good weed.
Thanks so much for being with us. Now, you called Lomachenko the best boxer you've seen since Muhammad Ali. High praise there. Please.
Did somebody say something about getting high? Who has some of that good shit?
Please explain why.
Well, he's goes both ways, and
I love it when they go both ways. Believe me.
he's in the sense that he's a great defensive fighter, probably one of the best that I've ever seen, but he combines it with a great offensive style. In other words, you can't hit him because his footwork is so good, his judgment of distance is so good, but while he's avoiding punches, he's always looking for weaknesses in the opponent.
And on top of all that, he's dumb as fuck. I mean, I've been robbing him blind for the last 5 years. And he doesn't understand it. I mean, this guy's a gift from heaven. I dealt with Floyd for about 10 years, and the guy actually wanted to fucking make his own money. Can you believe that shit?
And he looks to take the opponent out or to make the opponent quit. Now, Floyd Mayweather's a great, great defensive fighter.
But the guy, he's a great defensive fighter. He was so fucking defensive, he protected his money from me. Unfucking believable.
There's no doubt about it. But Floyd is content to win fights by outscoring an opponent and scoring more punches than the opponent hits him with, and wins on points.
Can you believe that shit? This fucking Mayweather guy, he just wants to out-hit his opponent and not get hit. I mean, what kind of fucking planet are we on when guys don't want to get hit? I'm trying to get paid. You need to get hit. We need some excitement. Floyd, please come back, please. I'm on my last legs. Please help me. I'm almost finished, Floyd. Please help an old man. You son of a bitch.
Now, Lomachenko closes the show. You can't hit him because his distance is so good, his footwork is so good, but he's always looking for ways to destroy the opponent, and he always does.
And I'm matching him so good. He looks like fucking, I don't know. Guy just looks like he's from outer space. I'm matching him with bums, and I got him on ESPN. And we're just trying to rape as many people as possible. Thanks for your support.
So I look at Lomachenko as the best that I've seen. And my matchmaker, Bruce Trampler, compares him to the old-time fighters and feels like guys like Sandy Sadler or Willie Pep or Salvador Sanchez or even Alexis Arguello would be no match for Vasiliy Lomachenko.
Honestly, I think Vasiliy could beat Muhammad Ali. I mean, fuck weight classes.
Some of your matchmakers and I, Bob, were talking about Lomachenko early on. Every 10 to 20 years, a guy like that comes around. He is a rare talent and my favorite guy to watch in boxing. I want to ask you about Manny. Yep, Bob?
I know that. I know how you feel about him because I've heard your call on his fights.
And believe me this, if I didn't trust you to say the right fucking thing about my guy, you wouldn't be calling a fight. You fucking young, amphetamine-addicted Jewish bastard.
Yeah. So I want to ask you about Manny Pacquiao, though. Stephen A. was there in the studio railing against the decision. I thought it was a little closer than Stephen A. and Teddy Atlas did. It was a competitive fight. But Pacquiao appeared to be on the wrong side of the decision. My point of view, Bob, is
There is no such thing as the wrong side of the decision. This is show business. Do I get paid? That's all I need to know. I don't give a fuck who loses, who wins, as long as I run both fighters. That's how it goes, Max. Learn the fucking bit. Aren't you Jewish? Do you know anything about money? Let me give you my number.
You're in Australia, in a competitive fight. You almost have him out in the 9th round. You can't finish the deal. Guys like this Jeff Horn didn't used to compete with Manny Pacquiao, let alone get decisions. What's next for Pacquiao? What's going on with him?
What do you mean, what's going on? He's where he's always been. Out on the stroll. That reminds me, I have to text him. I have to make sure he has my money. Hold on 1 second. Can we go to commercial?
Well, I talked to Manny, and he doesn't want to retire. He wants the rematch. And we're now working with the Philippine Senate to figure out the window where they will have a recess so that he can train and appear at the fight. And hopefully we'll be able to do that fight in November and be a great night again for boxing fans.
It's gonna be a great night. I've already spoken to the Prime Minister in Australia. I've let him know. Call the fight fair, but keep my line on speed dial, cause if Pacquiao acts up, we're gonna embarrass his little ass again.
Now they know who Jeff Horn is, and I look forward to seeing that fight on ESPN.
Bob Arum, Lomachenko has an extensive amateur career. He's only 8-1 as a pro, but he's widely considered one of the top 3 fighters in the world. He's
Top 3? Top 3? Stephen A., were you listening or not? Didn't you hear me say he's better than every fighter that's ever lived? The fuck you mean top 3? You know, I oughta peel back your fucking wig, but it's already been peeled back. Receding hairline having bastard.
He's just that special. We've got a guy coming on back on ESPN in a couple of weeks in the name of Mr. Terrence Crawford, who's special as well.
Oh, that's another one. He's my guy, but he's acting a little funny. I have a feeling he wants to leave. But, I always take out my pound of flesh, if you know what I mean. No hoe leaves me without a scar.
Who's a bit bigger than Lomachenko. Both of those guys are fighters of yours. I'd like to know what the possibility is, assuming Lomachenko continues his dominance and Crawford continues his as well. What's the possibility of those two meeting in the very near future? Because these are two of the greatest fighters in the world.
Why the fuck would I have my 2 top bitches fighting? I need to keep them pretty. That's how I get paid. Plus, they're 2 different weight classes. You dumb son of a bitch.
You're absolutely correct, Stephen. But Terrence is a much bigger guy than Loma. Loma, started out as a featherweight, and now he's junior lightweight, and now the next progression is the lightweight.
And on top of that, due to the Pacquiao stuff, we really can't do what we used to do to have guys go through the weight classes, you know. That son of a bitch Floyd has everybody getting tested. Like it's fucking midterms. These guys got everybody taking tests. So what the fuck is going on? I can't make my money. I had Pacquiao come from 87 pounds to 187 pounds. Best money I ever made in my. That was the best hoe. Fucking Floyd. If I see him, I'm gonna smack the shit out of him. I can't stand that fucking guy. Bald-headed. Damn head look like a damn chocolate M&M. I can't stand this fucking guy. I'm out of here.
To go up to 140 pounds or 147 where Terrence is going, that seems like a little much. I mean, Lomo is not a big guy. You know, I'm not going to discount it and say it can't happen. I'd love to see it happen, but I don't see it likely in the near term. Terrence is great, and, you know, people will have the opportunity to see Terrence again in 2 weeks on the 19th of August on ESPN, where he fights against Julius Ndongo, who has two 140-pound world title belts. Terrence has two, so very rare. All four belts will be on the line.
All four belts on the line. Crawford and Ndongo. I love it. I'm getting some of that Africa money. I had an uncle had a diamond mine out there in Africa. A lot of money out there. A lot of fucking money.
At the University of Nebraska, boxing capital of the world now on August 19th.
We love it.
To see that match, and it will be on ESPN.
Lomachenko, Mariaga, Saturday night on the Worldwide Leader right here. Bob, thank you so much for the time. We'll talk to you soon.
My pleasure being on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Molly. As I call you, Molly Pop, my lollipop. Can I have a lick? Don't get it twisted. I might be old, but I still rise to the occasion. Mazel tov.
When we come back after Nick.
But anyway, that was Bob. Peace.